In the slow roll, the pilot must maintain constant altitude, roll rate, and heading. The 4-point roll involves stopping at each of the 4 cardinal points of rotation: 90, 180, 270, and back to 0. Okay, we're going to try a little inverted flight here. Roll the airplane inverted, doing a half slow roll. Stop it. Okay, and then we're going to make a little turn here to the left over the ground, which will appear to the right on the screen. We have to reverse our feet here, and so even though we have left aileron into this turn, we have to use right rudder to bring the airplane around. Okay, we're almost at 90 degrees of turn. Roll from inverted to upright, and we're done. Okay, in the barrel roll, we're going to pull the nose up to a partial loop and then push the aileron all the way to the left. Let the airplane describe an arc about 45 degrees off heading, and then come back to our original heading. Entry speed for the loop in the Decathlon is about 140 to 45 mile per hour. Pull up briskly and firmly on the stick, continuing to put pressure in the seat till you're almost inverted here. Release back pressure, little forward stick to float over the top of the loop, and then pull out at the bottom nice and smartly. The Immelman or half loop, half roll requires 145 miles an hour in the Decathlon. Pull up as if you're going to do a loop, and indeed when you get to the top of the loop, just as the nose touches the horizon, or just above the horizon I should say, roll out to upright. Pull back on the stick, jump on the left rudder, and go along for the ride. In the reverse cube, when we pull up 45 degrees, stop, roll to inverted, stop, continue climbing at 45 degrees, and then slowly pull through the rest of the loop to complete the reverse Cubanate. The Cubanate begins as a looping maneuver until we get to the point where the airplane is inverted and pointing 45 degrees toward the earth. Invert it. Stop the airplane at this point, roll to upright, still diving at 45 degrees, and then pull up to level flight. In the hammerhead, the aircraft is pulled vertically till the wings are 90 degrees to the horizon. We wait till the airplane just about stalls, kick the left rudder, opposite aileron. See the nose knifing through the horizon there. Now we're pointing straight down at terra firma, and recovery. In the rolling 360, we do one slow roll and each 90 degrees of turn. So we're rolling and turning the airplane at the same time. Okay, here we're inverted in the first part of the 90 degree turn, and now we're upright. We've changed heading by 90 degrees and starting the second roll. And again, we are turning at the same time that we're rolling. So now we've completed 180 degrees of turn. We're going to start our third roll here now. And again, the horizon's moving around, not only in the roll, but in the turn. Completed 270 degrees. We have one more roll to go to make it a 360 degree turn. Here we go. Rolling and recover. Once in a while, you just can't stop rolling. On a beautiful evening like this, you need to do a barrel roll around the sun. We're going to do a 3-turn spin for you now, reducing the power to idle. The airplane's about to stall. We'll kick left rudder in this instance. Obviously can spin either way. The nose brakes. Okay, we're coming around. There's 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, and recover. Okay, let's take you through a sportsman compulsory known sequence. Wing waggle to announce that you're about to begin your sequence. The judges look for this. Okay, we're going to start out with a 2-point hesitation roll. picking up a little speed here. Level line, pull the nose up and roll to inverted, hesitate, roll to upright. Second figure is called a split S, which will be a half roll, half loop. Okay, roll the airplane to inverted and immediately pull. No hesitation there until we're upright again. Okay, now we're going to do a loop. Coming inverted on the loop now, there's the horizon. Nice and square around the horizon, and recover. Plenty of energy in the airplane right now, plenty of speed. We're going to go ahead and do an Immelman, which again is the half loop, half roll. And the roll takes place immediately as the nose touches the horizon. Half loop, touch, and roll. Now we're going to do a 1 1/4 turn spin. This is a wind corrector, so we always tend to spin into the wind so we can avoid going out of bounds later on. The airplane slowing down, you can see the propeller reacting. And we're going to do it, I believe, to the left. Okay. Getting ready to spin. Stick's coming back, 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 back. Brake. There she goes. Okay. There's 1 turn and 1/4, stop. Nose straight down, recover, going cross box now. We're going to do a hammerhead. As luck would have it, we're facing right into the sun. Getting ready for the pull up to the vertical. Gaining some speed as we go across the box. And pull. Okay, now the airplane's going vertical. You can see the propeller maybe changing just a little bit here as the airplane slows down. Kick. Saw the nose deviate, crossing the horizon, straight toward the ground, and recover. Do a 90-degree turn here to get centered in the box again. This is actually an aerobatic maneuver as long as it's over 60 degrees. Stop. And now we're going to do a half Cubanate, which is a 5/8 loop to inverted 45-degree dive and then roll out. Here's the looping portion of the half Cuban. We'll be touching the horizon here shortly. There it is. Let the nose continue to drop to 45 degrees down. Stop it. Roll it. Continue diving at 45 degrees and recover. Now we're going to go right into a reverse Cubanate, which is a pull up 45 degrees. Stop. You can see a cloud there. Roll. Stop. Now we're still climbing at 45 degrees, but we're inverted, and now we're pulling through the rest of the looping portion of the maneuver. Level line. Now we're going to do a 270-degree steep bank turn. Not too tough. Roll out on heading right at the sun again, unfortunately, and we finish the sequence with a slow roll. Bye.